Hi, third grade. We are checking pages 321 to 322 in your Go Math book, starting with number 10. There are 3 parts to your answer for number 10. First, you needed to complete the bar model to show 6 in each stack. Then you needed to write your answer, 6 books, followed by the division equation that represents the bar model. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. If you did not get that and you need to hear how we arrived at those answers, please continue to listen. If you did get that for number 10, you may fast forward to number 11. The first thing I did when I looked at number 10 is I related the bar model that we see here, this bar model, to equal groups that we've been working with for a long time now. So I realized that there are 24 total books and 4 equal stacks. The bar is showing me 4 equal stacks. So I could partition these 24 books into 4 equal stacks like this. After I partition and count the number of books in each stack, I see that there are 6 in each stack. So that means the answer is 6 books. Although partitioning is great, when we complete a bar model, we need to make sure that we have the correct number in each part. So here it would be 6, and that makes sense because 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 24 total books. The second part to our answer, or rather the third part to our answer for number 10, is to write the division equation. The division equation is 24 divided by 4 equals 6. That is 24 books divided by 4 equal stacks equals 6 books in each stack. Remember, we are writing division equations. An equation means we need to have the equal sign plus our quotient, which is 6. The answer to number 11 is 4 pairs. The division equation you should have is 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Please fast forward if you had that answer. The tricky part to number 11 is that they don't tell you very clearly that a pair is 2 socks. They do put 2 in your bar model, but you needed to really pay attention to catch that. So when you're looking at this, you could think of it as a division equation. 8 divided by 2, because pairs are 2, equals 4 pairs. You could also make equal groups if you're not quite comfortable with those division equations yet. When we're doing equal groups here, instead of partitioning, we want to make groups of 2 since we're working with pairs. So they started this in our bar model for us. They made one group of 2. You can continue this in your bar model. Here's a second group of 2. That's 4 total socks. If I add another group of 2, that is 6 socks. And finally, this last group of 2 socks gives me my total of 8 socks. So when I'm looking at this bar model, I see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of socks here. So our answer for number 11 is 4 pairs. So if we really pay attention to numbers 10 and number 11, these are the 2 types of problems we were working with last week. In number 10, we needed to find the size of each group. We knew that there were 24 books total. We knew that there were 4 equal groups, but we didn't know how many books would be in those groups. So for number 10, we partitioned to find the size of each group. Number 11 was the opposite. We knew there were 8 total socks. We knew that they come in pairs of 2, we didn't know how many groups of socks there would be. So here we were trying to find the total number of groups. To do that, we made groups of 2 until we got to our total of 8. You should be thinking about these two types of problems every time you are dividing. You should think, am I trying to find the size of the group? Will I partition? Or am I trying to find the number of groups where I need to make groups of a certain number? Now we're ready to move on to number 12. Here is the answer to number 12. Take a minute to pause this video and read the answer to make sure you have something along these lines. Remember, it's probably not going to be exactly what I wrote, but it should be similar. You may fast forward now if you do not need to see how we got this answer. So first, you really needed to read carefully and take this step by step. The first step to solving this problem is to realize Pat got 1 box of chew sticks. Now, if we look at the chart, there are 14 chew sticks in a box, and Pat is feeding 2 dogs. So that's where we got this 14 divided by 2 equals 7. If you needed to draw that out, draw the 2 dogs, 2 groups, and then partition the 14 chew sticks to those 2 dogs to figure out it equals 7, that is absolutely okay. After realizing that Pat's dogs will get 7 treats, you needed to look at the problem to find the next step. The next step is to read this line, Mia bought 1 box of Chewies. Okay, now look at the chart. 1 box of Chewies have 25, so there are 25 Chewies in a box. And going back to the problem, Mia is feeding 5 dogs. So again, if you needed to draw that out and draw the 5 dogs and partition the 25 Chewies to those 5 dogs, you absolutely could have done that. It is also okay at this point to just write the division equation. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. So that's how we got that Mia's dogs will get 5 treats. Because Pat's dogs got 7, remember, the question was how many more treats will each of Pat's dogs get than each of Mia's dogs get. 7 is 2 more than 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So that is where we get the answer of 2 treats. The answer to number 13 is 9 days. If you got that, fast forward now. According to our table, puppy chips, there are 45 puppy chips in a box. So Kevin is feeding his dog 5 of those puppy chips each day. We want to figure out how many days that whole box will last. So we want to make groups of 5 and then count how many groups there are. Remember, when we're making groups of 5, we should stop at 45. So let's do that together. Here's one group of 5. Remember, that is 1 day. So that these groups represent 1 day that Kevin is feeding his dog the puppy chips. So far, he's used 5 puppy chips. Day 2, 10 puppy chips. Day 3, 15, and so on. As we continue to give the dog 5 treats per day, stopping at 45, because remember, we only have 45 treats total, we can see this whole box lasted 9 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 days is our answer. Here is an example of what you should have for number 14. We are all going to have different problems that we wrote, but the important thing you needed to pay attention to was this part right here. You're finding a quotient that is the number of groups. So this is a problem where we know the size of each group. We are finding how many groups there are total. You also needed to make sure to solve your problem. If you read carefully, it says write and solve. So in order for number 14 to be complete, I should also see a division equation. Mine would be 42 divided by 7 equals 2. Remember, you are probably going to have something completely different than mine, and that's okay. In number 15, we're using another bar model. Our bar model is already set up for us, and it shows the 5 bags of treats that Ed buys. Here they are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We can also see that he has 15 treats in all. So we're trying to figure out how many treats are in each bag. This is a division problem. 15 treats divided by the 5 bags. If you can't figure that out in your head, you could absolutely partition like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. After you partition, you can see in your equal groups, there are 3 in each group. But remember, bar models show numbers, not tally marks. So when we complete the bar model, we want to have 3 in each group. So our answer is 3 treats. And that makes sense because 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 gives us 15 total treats. That's how we got our answer of 3 treats. All right, that's it. Thank you for working so hard today. You may look up on the board to start your next activity.